Alright, it is 7:30 a.m. on a Saturday. We are in Utah and we got that thing behind us. We're gonna go do some buggy things this morning before it gets hot. It's only supposed to be like 97 today, so it's not gonna be too awful. But we're gonna see if we can't have some fun. I think it's a new trail today that we haven't run. The Jorgensen brothers with us, I believe. I don't know who else will join us, but we'll see when we get to the parking lot. We are on our way. It right there bad. Gear in it. Looks like this. And that shaft is connected to this, and as this rotates, because this has a pocket in it because it's not round,
right,
it creates a slight amount of pressure.
Yeah.
And there's ports in it, one on this side and one on this side. So as this turns and creates pressure, it tells a little poppet valve in here to open, and it directs pressure right or left from there. Dang. So that's how the orbital valve works. It actually has a little wafer right here. So this doesn't actually turn. There's a spline gear on top of it that turns just a little bit.
Right.
But the steering wheel feels like a normal car steering wheel. So when you turn the steering wheel, but there's very little resistance.
And so when you do the front and rear steering, do you just go into a completely different, like...
So I have a lever between the seats.
Yeah.
And the lever between the seats is steering for the rear.
Gotcha. And so this thing also knows when you're trying to steer, like how does it know when you're trying to steer the back versus the front?
So they're two separate
Systems, yeah.
So they're all on the same hydraulics.
Yeah, right.
But there's two separate valves. So the orbital valve in the front does steering for the front, and then the lever next to the seat does all the steering for the rear.
Huh. Oh, I see. Okay. Gotcha. Oh, so you don't steer it with the steering wheel when you steer the back?
You do both.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The driver and passenger.
Interesting.
You do little movements. Actually, when I drive, I keep my forearm on it, and I can actually move it with my forearm.
There you go.
Reverse, neutral, first.
Mm-hmm.
So that's low gear. So that's first gear, and it'll stay in first gear forever.
Okay, gotcha.
The transmission won't shift.
Okay.
And then you just second, and then drive.
Okay, cool. All right.
And the same thing, it's got full downshift, so it's full lock and downshift. When you downshift, it downshifts. It doesn't matter how fast you're going.
Yeah.
It has no fail safe in it. When you put it in the next lower gear, it will chuck you on the steering wheel.
So it'll downshift even if it means a piston's going through, or what?
Yep. Doesn't care.
That's intense. And so having access to like the third and fourth gears, you would never need that?
So it's a 3-speed automatic, so we run it in high gear a lot of times. If you're going from obstacle to obstacle, you go into third gear.
So I noticed you guys had different brake rotors on here. They're like 2-piece, but they're also like different shape. They have these little slots in them.
Mm-hmm. They're actually either flame cut or laser cut steel. They're just a solid steel plate, and they're actually manufactured. I think Jesse has them manufactured for him for these portals exactly. Portals are based off of a Hummer, an H1 Hummer portal.
Okay, gotcha.
So that's where the overall design came from. Yeah. Jesse's done a bunch of stuff. You can see all the fabricated inner C's and all that stuff, but the cast block on the outside is Hummer.
Yeah, they look a lot to me like something you would see on a bike.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, very scalloped.
Yeah.
Rotor.
Right.
And
thinner, and they get. I mean, with how little material there is there, I mean, do you get brake fade or anything like that? Like, how much do the brakes really come into play?
A lot. You're on the brakes a lot.
Yeah.
So this thing will actually pull right through the brakes. In low gear, in low range 4-wheel drive, it'll pull itself right.
Right. Yeah, I believe that.
If you touch the throttle, you don't have enough brakes to stop it. You actually have to.
We'll put you in low and just let you shift into first, and it's literally just like boom.
That's intense.
We don't have any rocks to play on. We can go play on the creek out back, but
it's also interesting to me that the idea of not having like a clutch to ease on and off of as well. So do the brakes like really do that for you, where it's like kind of help you ease on?
Yeah. So I spend a lot of time with my foot on the brake.
Right.
And multiple things. One, I limit wheel spin. So if I'm on a rock and it's slipping and the wheels are spinning, I'll hold the brake to get the tires to slow down their rotation to help adhere to the rock so that we can go up.
Right.
We'll actually drive up stuff that you can't walk up. Literally cannot walk up it, and we'll drive up it.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah, there's spots that are as tall as me that I would have to like jump and climb up onto. This thing will just like walk up and it like up over the top.
Right.
So the video that I just showed you of Randy, that transition up, you can see his car is standing like this.
Right.
His car is the same wheelbase as this. So
okay.
That gives you kind of a relationship to how big really that step up is. And these tires are 42 inches tall. We're going up stuff that just dwarfs a 42-inch tall tire.
Yeah, seriously. And it's really a lot of times even so hard to tell how big these things really are because the rocks make it look so small too. Yeah.
So I got sent a picture of a guy that was breaking open a new trail. So when somebody develops a new trail, they call it breaking a trail. And he showed me a picture, and there's a bunch of cars sitting there, and I'm like, dude, that's really cool. And he's like, zoom in. And you zoom in, and there's a guy sitting on top of this rock, and the guy looks like he's this big. And it was just kind of a relation to how huge these rocks were.
Right. So.
Yeah, this thing comes out for a reason too.
Oh, there you go.
Makes it a lot easier. Big. You're about the camera doesn't even do it justice. The camera doesn't do it justice at all. I don't know if you're gonna get back into it. You have to climb on the.
Oh, I'm down the tire.
You want to drive it through it?
Sure. Sounds like fun.
This could possibly be a bad idea. I have those occasionally, but we let the camera guy, editor, have the steering wheel. So let's see how this goes. I probably wouldn't back off it for my first time.
It's 1, 2, 3.
So the first one you come to that goes forward,
Oh, the first one.
that's low gear.
Okay.
Woo! Where are you going?
We go here.
Fine. For a minute it feels like it's going to turn over.
That is so weird.
games we play when we're bored.
Dude, it's crazy how much it will just walk through my foot. Like I am as on it as I can be.
Let off and get back on it real quick. Turn. Actually, turn towards me.
We're bobbing, dude.
It's like a good 4 feet from the bottom of this thing.
Yeah, that's insane. Bro, like nothing at all. It was like butter, dude. That's insane.
You want to drive it across?
I'm of course down. I'm down to send it. Could probably just move over.
You can try, but if that little lever goes up your butthole, it's not my problem.
That's what I was about to say.
You gotta clean it. Push the mushroom. Hey, we decided we didn't want to play in the shop today, so we got the buggy out, got it in the dirt a little bit, had a little fun, introduced some new people to the buggy world. We're going to get out of here for tonight, go have some dinner. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.